All right, everybody, here we go. Start the clock. We are going to build a product, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to build. So I went into my list of 250 high-selling niche ideas, and I wanted to prove to you guys that there is a random one in here that we can use and build a really cool product. So we're going to start right here with number 2, sleep optimization, the 7-day sleep reset. Now, the very first part of making sure that this is going to be something that sells is doing a little bit of research. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do research. You can go to Google Ads and you can look to see how many people are searching, sleep optimization, all of this. There's a little bit of a faster way right now because TikTok is becoming a search engine and so is YouTube. So what I wanted to do was first get a feel for, are people looking for ways to improve their sleep? My gut tells me yes, because I know sleep is a big issue for a lot of people. So theoretically, I'm pretty sure that this is a good space to get into, but let's take a look. As you can see, this is a screenshot I took from TikTok. You can actually go to their creator insights, and you can see there are people looking for ways to improve their sleep. Now, some of these are things that we can't really help with. Like, I mean, maybe you can, but I can't help people sleep with bangs. I've never done it. I don't even know if that's a thing. Is that enough of a problem? I mean, there's a lot of people who are looking for it, but I don't know. I want something a little bit more up my alley. Now, how to sleep good? That's a poorly written question, but it tells us that 303,000 people are trying to sleep better. People are trying to sleep when they're sick. How to sleep well. Scandinavian sleep method, 847,000 searches. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty cool. Now, these little ones like how to sleep with a perm, if you're in that space, you could use that as a freebie. You could use that as a lead magnet. I put together a one-pager on how to sleep with a perm, and that could lead to how to get better sleep. But I like Scandinavian sleep method. That tells me there's a lot of people looking at that. So we're not going to necessarily make a product for that, but we're going to want to include that in our product. So I'm using Poppy here, you can see. And then I went up here, and now that I know there's enough people sleeping or searching for better ways to get sleep, I went to YouTube and I started typing in how to improve sleep. And it then pre-populated all of the normal searches, as you can see here, that we might want to go into. Now, here's a great one. How to improve sleep apnea. That's a much more specific search. So I'm actually on my phone. I am going to look up sleep apnea in the creators area. And I happen to know this one's a really, really good one. So we've got a lot of sleep apnea. Signs of sleep apnea, 264,000. What causes sleep apnea, 241,000. Mild sleep apnea, 25,000. Baby sleep apnea, 198,000. Sleep apnea test, 267,000. Sleep apnea, 113,000. So that's another niche. I'm not going to go into that today, but sleep apnea, clearly a great niche. And I happen to know that dentists can make a lot of money helping kids get rid of sleep apnea. My daughter is a prime example. She had sleep apnea. We went into a dentist, and it's actually sleep apnea is mostly caused by the fact that our soft palates are too small. Don't tell me why I know that, but one dentist is about $5,000 richer because they're helping my daughter, and that's money that I'm happy to pay, right? Anyways, we can tell these are other searches, right? So people are absolutely looking for ways to improve their sleep. Sleeping posture, sleep score, hygiene, cycle, sleep at night. Great. So we know we're in a good niche. Now we're going to use Poppy to just absolutely nail this thing. So what I want to do now is I'm going to create a group, and I'm going to pop these things into that group. Okay? So we're going to call this... Are you in that group? It's not wanting to go in there. We're going to call that research, but for some reason that first image, there we go. Now it's in there. So this is going to be our niche research. I'm just going to change the name. Okay. And now I'm going to create another group, and this other group is going to be my product research. So you saw on YouTube, I looked up how to improve sleep. So we're going to do the same thing, how to improve sleep. Now, there's a bunch of things that we can get into. If I look at the actual title of this, Sleep Optimization, the 7-Day Sleep Reset, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Poppy. I'm going to edit some text. And I'm going to move a little bit quickly in this just so I can show you guys just how fast this can be done when you're used to it. I am looking to create a digital product called blank, 7-Day. I am going to feed you a bunch of research and information you can use to create this product. I'll also be giving you an exact prompt of how I want this laid out. Now, go back into my product prompting, right? So everybody has access to this. If you're seeing this video, it's this one right here. And we go into our prompt right there, copy this, paste that in there, bang. Okay, now it knows what it's gonna do. So now we're here. I wanna look at how to improve sleep. Okay, let's go with how to improve sleep quality. We wanna take the best videos from this. Okay, so we've got how to improve your sleep quality, 5 foods that improve sleep quality. That's great. I love diversity of information. Anything that we can do for diverse information. So let's also look up Huberman, because I know he kills it with this. Master your sleep and be more alert when you're awake. Now, I've got here a ton of research, and the good news is I don't have to spend the normal time that I would learning about it.
In an elevator and we had only
This is only a short, so I don't need that.
Foods that you need to know. Do you sometimes wake up feeling?
Yes, I do. Not anymore, because I know how to optimize my sleep. There we go. Sleep better. Grab this guy's URL. Poppy, YouTube, bang. So what it's doing is it's now learning for me. I like to go in 4s because it fills a full block. Let's see, this is a good one. 7 minutes, how to optimize sleep, 4 habits that'll change your life. Love it. Huberman's the man, by the way. We're about to just take everything that's inside that dude's brain and leverage the crap out of it. Okay. I could add notes on each one of these. I don't need to. So you can also, if you really wanted to, you could just export this and upload it. So that's great. We're going to start here with our first chat. So we've got some search results. We've got a bunch of great videos that are transcribed, and it now has our prompt. Can you help me create the outline for a highly valuable digital product on improving sleep? Then I'll have you dig deeper and provide more info. Now, I'm only filling it with YouTube videos. I could absolutely go to how to improve sleep, okay? And I could give it articles. Obviously Mayo Clinic, 6 steps to better sleep. 8 secrets to a good night's sleep from Harvard. We love leveraging that anytime we possibly can. So let's go ahead and pop in an article right there. And here we go. So it gave me this option for the actual course. Here we go. So now it's based on my prompt that I gave it. The core promise is going to be to transform your sleep quality in just 7 days with simple science-backed techniques that take 15 minutes or less to implement. $17 or $47. Now, here's another key that I would really like to lean in on for all of you guys. I chose this sleep niche, but what I would like to do if I was really going to go into this space, I would probably go with another qualifier. So how to improve sleep for 40 and over, how to improve sleep for, under 30. Just something else that gives me another qualifier, so it's not just improving sleep. That's a huge topic, and you can help a lot of people, but I want people to look at my product and go, I need this. Not like, oh, I might be able to benefit from that. It should be like, oh, I absolutely need that. So transform your sleep quality in 7 days. Yep, price point's going to be $27. People struggling with sleep quality, those experiencing daytime fatigue despite adequate sleep hours, busy professionals seeking optimal performance. So pillar 1, light optimization protocol, 15-minute fix, the morning sunlight exposure routine and evening light dimming sequence. it's going to give us a bunch of information on all of this, which is great. Pillar 2, temperature regulation. 3, nutritional sleep enhancers. 4, deep sleep breathing method. 5, circadian rhythm reset. 6, sleep environment mastery, which is great. And then we have some upsell opportunities as well, which I think are great. So let's go in and let's go with the, okay, this looks awesome. We need a 3 to 5 page summary to start the program that talks about the importance of good sleep and how it affects everything in your life. I'd like to give them a lot of reasons to finish the program, okay? So I'm just prompting my way through this, and let's see what it gives us. So this would be module 1 of my course. I would want everybody to go through this piece of information. And again, I can add to this. I highly advise you to add to this. I personally am a massive sleep advocate. I have tracked my sleep every day for 6 years. I have 100% sleep performance almost every single night because I do a lot of really interesting things for my sleep. I would talk about that in there. I would talk about my journey, right? And hidden costs of poor sleep, that's great. The 7-day promise, falling asleep within 10 minutes of your head hitting the pillow. These are great. And these are also things that I could then use as I'm reading through it. I can then use these and go, oh, that's a cool point. Like falling asleep within 10 minutes of your head hitting the pillow. I like that. I could use that as a piece of content. I could use that as an ad, right? Imagine if you could actually go to sleep and within 10 minutes lay in bed and within 10 minutes be asleep. That's another reason you could also do Sleep for Entrepreneurs that specifically speaks to their pain points, right? So the pain points of an entrepreneur is this one right here, falling asleep within 10 minutes of your head hitting the pillow. It's very hard to go to sleep when you're a business owner, right? Because you're like, what if something goes wrong? I got to think about this. You're looking at that. So important things to think about. Science behind the system, light optimization, temperature regulation, nutrition, sleep enhancers. Great. Love it. So real results from real people, the techniques you're about to learn from. I don't know where it got this from, but we don't want to use these. So again, you got to look into that. Your investment in yourself, great. Your 7-day journey begins now. How to get the most out of this program. Cool. All right. So, all right. Now we need a full in-depth 5-part breakdown for module 1. Part 1 is a full descriptive module that explains what we will be doing and the importance of the module. Then 3 fixes they can implement and the importance of each and why they work. Then a final module outlining their action steps and takeaways from that module section. So that's the way that I break it down. It's kind of all written out. You guys would understand that piece if you've kind of gone through the training. I like to break it into, okay, let's start by making one module, understanding light's critical role in sleep quality. If we can educate people as to what's going on here, what we're about to solve for them, then we're in really good position. So you can see part 2, the morning sunlight anchor, 15-minute fix. Get 5 to 10 minutes of direct sunlight exposure within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up without sunglasses, even on cloudy days. Here's why it works. Implementation tips. Then the evening light reduction protocol. Systematically reduce artificial light exposure in the last 3 hours of bedtime using 3-phase dimming approach. Dim overhead lights. Enable night mode. Consider blue blocking glasses. Now, I personally use blue blocking glasses. So for me, I would 1000% then recommend the blue blocking glasses that I use. I use 2 different kinds. One are from Whoop, and I also wear contacts. So my Whoop blue blockers are clear lenses, and they block blue light, but I have to have my contacts in to wear them. And then if I take my contacts out, I can wear my orange lens that I got from another company, Roca, and those are actually Andrew Huberman's blue blocking brand. So I could recommend those things. And again, please do that. Like, don't just let AI come up with the actual product. Add in as much secret sauce as you can. And again, go into niches that you know something about so that you know how to speak to the people that you'll be selling. That's what's super, super important here. So we've got, this whole thing. This is pretty much the gist of an actual product. That's great. So this is all just pillar 1. And I can go into pillar 2 next, and I can go into pillar 3 next, and I can go into pillar 4 next, pillar 5 next. So I literally have a full-on product being built. Now, what I would do is I would take this. So let's just take it and put it in a Word doc so that I can kind of see it all in its totality, right? So this is just the light optimization protocol section, and it's going to end up looking pretty big. Right, so we've got 6 pages right here just on that. And what I would do is I would build this into the 5 different sections that we want inside of our membership area. So if I don't like how little this information is, then I would go back to AI and have it enhance it. I've done that with multiple different members areas. But with a $27 product, you're not really looking to just make it longer for longer's sake. This provides really good information. And what I love is, like, you can see research from Harvard Medical School. I wonder if you think that's the research that we added in here. So it's so funny how this stuff works. It's so awesome. And also you can see it's probably going to reference stuff from these things in here. So now we have module 1 all the way done. That's 6 pages. So I just go back and I say, okay, this is great. Okay, this is great. Let's go with module 2. Remember, this is a membership product people are paying for. So feel free to include as much information and insight and techniques as possible. Okay. I just want to make it seem like it's even an even better deal than what they, maybe think it is when they buy in. So we're always trying to provide more value. Temperature regulation system, the critical connection between body temperature and sleep quality. So we've got our first module, which is a full descriptor. It's just going to keep knocking that out, and then part 2, and then we keep going from there. So this is all I would have to do to build a sleep product. And what's great is I am now going to be able to take this. So let's just say, this is my sleep product. I can now take this. I can go into my extraction prompt and take these right here, the copy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download this as a PDF. And then I got to create an offer stack, right? So one of the things that I can do inside of Poppy, when I'm all done, let's just imagine I'm all done, because I want to show you guys just how fast we can actually make a lot of this stuff happen. When I'm all done, which again, it's still just rolling on this same module, which I think is amazing. Okay, you know what my product is going to be. Can you help me create an offer stack that I can include on my sales page? So it's going to give me an offer stack, and this is awesome. That's what we want. And so what I can also do is now upload that fill in the blank sales page right here. And if I go into Wealthery and I go to my sites and I look up, like, let's go with any fill in the blank template, right? So we're going to take this one. No, I need an actual URL. That's what I'm looking for. I know one of these I set a URL on. I could just do this one and use this as a guidance, basically. But do this, go website, bang. So now it's got my offer stack, okay? So we go here. It even came up with FAQs. Bonuses. I got to look that over, but again, you would do that if you were building this out. Go ahead and just pop that into a text bucket right here. Now it knows my offer stack. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to give it the connection points. And now I'm going to say, okay, I've attached a fill in the blank like sales structure I'd like you to follow. as well as a sales page that will give you an example of the layout. Can you please take my offer stack and write out a highly compelling, likely to convert, easy to associate with sales page that can sell my sleep optimization product? I hate to make it seem like it's this simple, but this is pretty much how it goes. So, new 7-day sleep system shows 6 virtually unknown secrets to transform your sleep quality in just 15 minutes a day. Now, I want to try this. I want to see if I can show you guys something. I want to see, like, this is just a totally random thing, but this is inside of Google Ads. You can run something called keyword research. Improve sleep, get better sleep, how to get better sleep, sleep hygiene. Isn't that how you spell it? So what this is actually going to do is it's going to tell me how many people are searching for these things every single month. And you can see right here, 22,000 people are searching for sleep hygiene. Now, I will tell you, a lot of this is probably because of daylight savings time. It screws with a lot of people. So that's why there's a big spike right now. But how to get better sleep, improve sleep, get better sleep, that's just Google searches. We know the TikTok searches are there. So we've got sleep hygiene, improve sleep. We know people are looking for ways to improve their sleep. Couldn't I just run ads? You can see here that 22,000 people searching, and I can pay as little as 18 cents per click. There's not a lot of competition. Even these ones are medium. There's not a lot of competition right now, and I could absolutely advertise my digital product that helps you improve your sleep. And you can see here, I've got a sales page for it. Reclaim your restful nights and energetic days using the science-backed sleep reset developed by sleep optimization experts. Even if you've tried everything else and failed, there are 2 types of people: those who struggle through each day exhausted and foggy, and those who wake up refreshed and ready to conquer the world. If you're like most sleep-deprived adults, you're probably sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if nothing changes, 6 months from now, you'll still be dragging yourself through each day, watching your health, relationships, and career suffer. Let me show you what I mean. Right now, you're probably struggling to fall asleep at night, even though you're exhausted, watching others thrive with boundless energy while you rely on caffeine to just function, feeling overwhelmed by conflicting sleep advice that doesn't seem to work for you. Blah, 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 blah. Every day you continue with poor sleep, you're losing approximately 30% of your potential productivity, mood stability, and cognitive function. And the worst part, every day that goes by, your sleep debt compounds and your health deteriorates, while others are enjoying the profound benefits of restorative sleep. Right now, you're experiencing the fog of sleep deprivation. Imagine instead waking up naturally before your alarm, feeling refreshed and energized for the entire day. Now, I might go through there and add little bits of personality. So I might say, I know it's hard to imagine, but hear me out. But right now, we're living in the biggest sleep optimization opportunity window in history. This window is closing because the explosion of sleep technology and research is quickly becoming commercialized and diluted with ineffective products. Here's why. Breakthrough research in chronobiology has changed everything we know about sleep. Most people are still relying on outdated sleep advice and harmful sleep aids. Those who understand the science of circadian rhythm optimization are experiencing life-changing sleep improvements. Warning, what I'm about to share might contradict everything you've been taught about sleep. From the sleep optimization team, location, Sleep Science headquarters. If you're reading this, then chances are you've been struggling with sleep issues for months or years. Back in 2019, I was a complete sleep disaster. I tried expensive mattresses and pillows. So this is giving you an example, hero's journey. Obviously, we didn't tell it a hero's journey. This is another reason that I always tell people you should be doing products in niches that you have a story in. Again, I've been tracking my sleep for a long time. I went from absolutely awful sleep to very good sleep. And I know what I did to get there because I actually went through the motions to make that happen. So I would change this with my hero's journey. And then before I reveal the full system, take 10 seconds to imagine waking up naturally, feeling completely refreshed. How would that change your life? I might even ask them in that question. I might even change that to, before I reveal the full system, let me ask you one question that'll take 10 seconds. I want you to really think about this. Are you tired right now? And if not, is it because of caffeine? If the answer isn't what you want it to be, you need to pay close attention, right? Like, that's amazing. Picture yourself waking up tomorrow morning feeling genuinely refreshed after using the 7-day sleep reset for just one night. So we've got a full sales page right here with a full offer stack matching the exact template that we can install this in. So now we're literally at copy and paste mode. So now we just go in and we copy and paste what's in here, and we change the things that aren't genuine. Now, again, I would go in here and say, like, okay, we don't have testimonials, so can you leave the testimonials out? Our price point is $27, so can we leave that out? This is go in there and have it go section by section on completing what you want it to be. But we now have, based on a proven sales template, in the time that I've recorded this, we would have most of a membership product done and a sales page ready to actually start marketing. And we have a kind of a game plan. Like, why wouldn't I go to Google with this and market it right here to these people? I can pay $2.30 a click if I'm getting a sale every, what would that be? So if I'm selling something for $27, let's just look at my math, right? So my math, I make $84 every time somebody buys my $27 thing. That's what this is, average sale value. So if I'm paying $2.30 a click, 84 divided by 230 means that I need one sale every 36 clicks to break even. Now, these are people searching for sleep help. I think we could probably do a little bit better than 36 clicks for every sale. We'll find out though, right? We'll find out. You put it up, you spend $5 a day, see $10 a day, see what happens. And now you've got some momentum here. You can also advertise on Facebook with this, telling your sleep journey. You can also go on TikTok and make sleep content and start to get some momentum there. You can find, look, you can go to any article online. Let's just say best ways to improve sleep. I could reach out to any articles that are ranking here and that are like normal blogs. And I could say, hey, like Sleep Foundation, no, maybe not them. These are all Harvard. 11 tips for sleep hygiene. We could also make a page like this and make the number one tip, get access to a, well put together sleep program. There's like a million different ways that we can generate sales to this. We can find affiliates. We can find people who are talking about sleep. We can go into the comments of other people's videos where they're talking about sleep and also promote to them. So you guys can see there's just no limit to how far you can take this. By simple prompting on AI, you can literally build whatever you want. And again, for me, so much of this starts with Poppy because now I can feed it all the information that I want about my space, and it will then build things for me. And then I could build off of that short form content. I could build off of this long form content. And I could literally have a full-on business in the sleep optimization space. And then I could find sleep improvement products. I know for a fact that there are CPA offers, so offers like affiliate programs that will pay you for sleep supplements. So I could easily add those in there and make money on that. There's no reason everybody shouldn't be in this space. I'm also very, very interested in this how to improve sleep apnea naturally space. I think that could be a great one. And if there's obviously if there's ways to do it, maybe you could partner with a dentist who's doing the sleep apnea, information and how they get the little spacers in the mouth. You could partner with them, make more money. This is amazing, guys. You just saw over the shoulder how fast you can go from not even having a product idea to actually having a product fully built out. And we literally copy and pasted it. And if I just look in here off of 2 modules, let's see how far we would have been. So I'm going to go back up and go prior to my stack. So it's right here. So I need to copy this. Let's go ahead and paste it in here. We're 2 modules in and we have a 12-page book. So imagine if it's 6 pages for every single one. You're talking 40 pages with an intro. You're around 60 pages. You just created a 60-page digital product. And I don't even know how long I've been recording, but maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Inside of less than an hour, I could have built almost the entire product. Now, here's the beautiful thing. All you have to do inside of our platform is you go to memberships, courses, products. You would create a new product. In this case, I'm just going to edit this 15-minute perfect kid one. You add a module, right? Create category. That's going to create a category like this. Then you add this plus. That's going to let you add a lesson. And then you can see I did this exact same thing in the kid one. So you just take one of your modules, and that's the course material right here. So inside of my Word document, I separated it that way, right? So I've got part 5. This would be one of its own modules, right here. And I didn't even go into in depth here, which I think actually, yeah, these are implementation tips. So that's pretty great. But at the end of every section, you want to make sure that you have, so we have module 1, what was it, 6 pages in? So it says tomorrow's focus. So right here, it didn't actually give me a really great review, right? Your light optimization plan. It gave me like morning, daytime. I want way more information. I want like a little bit of a summary, re-explain the thing to me, make sure I've taken the main points. I would have AI help me here a little bit, but we're going to have a 60-page document of how to improve your sleep. Now, you want to start selling it, all you got to do is ask people who here would give me a review of my sleep program, blah, 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 blah. Try to get a testimonial from people on Facebook. I created this great sleep program to help you reimagine your sleep. Get 10 testimonials. Now you put those on your sales page, and now you go. I mean, it's pretty incredible what we're able to do right now. And this is why I say right now is the best time in the world to do this. If for some reason you're seeing this video and you don't have my extraction prompt and you don't have that document that I showed you that has everything in it, like look at this document. It has everything. It has my extraction prompt, the frameworks for copy, the upsell copy, my actual page copy, my offer stack, the email series prompts, the Canva design files. Look at this. If you want to design a sales page, you're going to want these graphics. Look at all these graphics, dude. If you do not have these, go through right now and grab it. The only 2 things that you need to make all of this happen is my prompt. 3 things. You would need my prompt. You need AI to be able to pull all this off. And then you need a platform that will allow you to build your sales pages, build your memberships. If you have those 3 things, you can make pretty much as much money as you want. And that's what I use in my business. That's how I'm able to build these programs and products in any niche that I want inside of just days in what used to take a long, long time. Now, another thing that you can do that's really cool about this is as I build this product out, let's go back to here. I build this product out and I've got 60 pages. If I can get it to about 140 pages typed, that's a book. So what I would do is I would take that, I would export this whole thing as a PDF, right? So just go here, download, export as a PDF. I would upload that PDF to Poppy and I would say, I'm looking to turn this into a book. I need your help. Let's go chapter by chapter. I want you to take the information that I have in my system and I want you to turn it into a book. And now you have a book funnel. And guys, you have a book funnel, you have a quick fix funnel. You will be able to sell non-stop in any niche that you want. Imagine just going through this 250 high-selling niches and going, you know what? Now I want to do men's testosterone optimization. Okay, find 20 videos of people talking about natural testosterone optimization and go through and do it. And especially if you're a guy, do the stuff. Build your own story. Test your blood for your testosterone. And then in a month, do all your own stuff. And then in 1 month, get it tested again. And if it goes up, you have an amazing story that you can share. And you can tell people how it worked and what it did for you. So same thing with personal finance, right? So let's tax strategies for online entrepreneurs. Again, I would really get into this if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a tax professional, but you just go through here and you pick and choose a bunch of different products that you want to get into that you know you have a background in. I can do, obviously for me, I can do sleep, I can do entrepreneurship, I can do entrepreneurship tax savings, I can do how to start your business, I can do how to grow an online business. There's a bunch of different avenues that we can get into, and you don't even have to put your face out there. You can literally just create a fan page called Perfect Sleep and advertise your Perfect Sleep product from the Perfect Sleep fan page, and there you go. You've got a business generating sales every single day. And I know it sounds crazy, but there's just a million ways to get this moving right now. The 3 things you need. Number 1, prompting system. So you need that document that I showed you earlier. You need an AI like this that will help you spider web your way to creating product without having to learn anything yourself. And then third, you need a way to package all of this up, which is what this is. Membership area. I do all my email marketing from here. I do all of my memberships, my websites. I do my products in here. So everything I do is within this platform. So I would suggest, obviously, you guys use it too. Those are the 3 things you guys need, but you can get started ASAP if you haven't already. That's it for me. As you guys can see, there's no excuse. Go build a digital product and start selling it. I'll see you guys soon.